Hi guys, just another video recording of our CPD sessions that we ran last week. This one is recording videos using PowerPoint, which is a bit meta because this is how I'm creating this video through PowerPoint. So again, in terms of the agenda, what I want to go through today is things like the look and feel of presentations for video, how to get recording tab to appear, starting up with the process, and then changing it to PowerPoint, MP4, sharing that with Teams and Google Classroom. If you want to, if you really do want to, uploading to YouTube, creating your own YouTube channel, and again, finding more information from the Microsoft Educator community. One thing to think about is that you need to change your presentation from your classroom version to a kind of suitable video presentation. And one of the key things there is less is more. You're not going to expect some dead time going, copy this down in a 5 minutes of still time while pupils do that. So less is more. You're not going to expect them to write stuff down off your video presentations. So no need to fill a screen with words. Use the design idea tabs to make it clear, and also some of the other facilities like adding in pictures, which I'll talk you through, and the smart art as well to maybe bring some of your lists and key bits of information to life and add some good visuals to back up the text that you're putting into your videos. So here's an example of me using design ideas. It's available in the ribbon on the newest versions of PowerPoint. So as you can see, it straight away gives you potential options for jazzing up your PowerPoint, making them look a bit better. You've also got themes. So whether you're creating a brand new PowerPoint or trying to jazz up an existing one, look at the themes. So again, there's some tailor-made things that can make your presentations look a bit better. When you've got this kind of icon, you can right click on any of the icons and change the graphic to any different icon. So it automatically picks out icons that match your text, but if you don't think they quite match up, it's got a huge amount. So again, you could pick out anything, just put something in the search box, tick the one you like, and then click that one. That's not particularly good for that option, so I'm going to go back and undo. And then go new slide, insert smart art. So instead of kind of bog standard lists of things, smart art can give you kind of nice layouts. You can edit and have pictures in it. You can change the color scheme. You can change the way it looks. So again, just bring into life some of your maybe dull and boring lists of information. It can definitely make it more eye-catching and engaging. The newest versions of PowerPoint even have some fantastic options for inserting stock images, so you don't have to go and search the internet yourself. If you want an eagle, here's a nice picture of an eagle I've got from stock images, or again, insert images from online pictures. Again, biology teacher here, I'm going to search for DNA, and I'm going to get some nice images of DNA. So again, I don't have to go hunting elsewhere in my search engine. This one's got no background, so let me just take out that eagle picture. And again, as soon as I insert that, it gives me a design idea, which means I could put a title and some information next to my diagram of DNA. So again, without having to go elsewhere outside PowerPoint, I can get some engaging pictures and design ideas to go along with it for my presentations. One of the first things we need to do is get the recording tab onto your ribbon. So to do that, we'll go to File, and then down to the bottom, Options, and then on the left hand side, Customize Ribbon. On the right side here, go down to Recording, tick that box, and press OK. As you can see, we've now got the recording tab there, and these are the functions you're going to use to record your videos, and I'll take you through those different options as we go. The first one I'll show you is Screenshot. So you could go to Screenshot, Screen Clipping, and it'll take you to another tab, and then you could just use the cursor to, let's say, you want to give you a stimulating picture of the Glow tabs. Say, for instance, you want to tell people how to do something on Glow. You could just easily take a picture of that and put it into your screen. And obviously then you have the ability to make that bigger, make that full screen if you want to. The next thing I'm going to take you through is the screen record option. Now I can't really use this particularly well because it's actually using the screen recording function to create these videos, but we're going to go through it in a bunch of images. So what you want to hit is the screen record icon on your toolbar, and that then will give you this option. So you've got a drop down at the top, and it's taken me to the last tab that I had open. Now, conveniently, that is the one I'm going to record, but it doesn't have to be. So you could tab through to whatever screen that you want to record from. Nothing's going to happen until you hit the record option. So the first thing I need to do is select the area in which I want to record. And I do that by just dragging across the screen. I'll get these red arrows, and as you can see, the background out with the red lines, red dashed lines, is grey and obviously a bit brighter within the box. So I'm just dragging that across the screen till I get that full rectangle. Now, as you can see, I don't have the address bar of the browser in there. I don't have the far left and far right. I'm just going to record what's within those red lines. If I make a mistake, I can easily reselect the record area, and again drag and drop across the screen if I miss anything. But if I don't and I'm happy, I can just click the record option. I also have the ability to choose whether I record the pointer, yes or no, or the audio on the screen at the time. And again, you can talk through it as you record or not. It's up to you, because the good thing is that I'll show you how to record over that at a later stage should you want to. And as soon as you do hit the record, then you get a countdown. Hopefully bear with me that you do get a countdown from 3, 2, 1, and it tells you there, hit the Windows logo key, Shift and Q to stop recording. So you get a little bit of time before you go through it. So take a breath, get ready for what you want to say. It's not going to immediately start recording as soon as you click record. So here's a very basic example of a screen record that I've put into this PowerPoint video. So again, just searching for BBC Bite Size. I don't think that's something that pupils need to be reminded of or taught how to do, but things like logging on to Scholar, where to find bits and pieces on your Google Classroom or Teams page, etc. You could talk them through that via the screen record and then put it within a video. And as you can see, if I go to the top of the screen, it drags down the record option, so I can also stop from there. So I'll now talk you through how to create your voiceovers for your video. So you've added in your smart art, your design ideas, your themes, any screen recordings or snapshots, screenshots, and you're now ready to do your voiceover. So you need to go to record slideshow. That'll immediately go to the current slide you're viewing, but you can go back and forward if you want to. I'm just going to clear recording, but I'll take you back to that in a minute. So standard options you'll see: record, stop, and replay. Stop and replay aren't available because I can't stop when I'm not doing anything and I haven't recorded anything. Notes are available. That's the notes you would normally have on a PowerPoint. You could see them as you record. And it says clear recordings. You can clear on current slide or clear all your slides. So make sure you're clicking the right one. You don't want to remove all of your recordings. You can advance to the next slide. You can go back to the previous slide, and you have these pen options too. Again, down at the bottom, it also has turn the microphone off, which is probably counterproductive at this stage. And you can also have the video. So it's going to use my webcam to have me. So again, as you record your voiceover, you could have your picture in the screen, but let's not. When you press record, it gives you a countdown so you can prepare, and then you just talk through your video, so your presentation for your video. You click to make things appear, So there we go, habitat, community, and all abiotic factors. I'm going to use the pen just to highlight those things. Habitat, community, and all abiotic factors. I'm going to change the pen color and give it equals ecosystem. The good thing is if you make a mistake on any of your voiceovers or any of your bits and pieces, you can clear recordings from this current slide. So I've made a bit of a mess of that. So I'm just going to go up, stop, and then I can replay it, listen to it, see how it goes. And again, if I think I've made maybe a bit of a mess of my speech, I can go to X, clear recording, stop, and then clear recordings on current slide, and I can start again. Now, when you get used to this, it will take you a few attempts to get things right, but it's trial and error effectively. So I'm going to stop that. Now, the one thing you could do if you wanted to, you could record this slide and then keep recording and then press the arrow to record onto the next slide. Problem being is that there's a little bit of a lag when you do that. So if you're in the middle of a flow of a discussion and then you click onto the next slide, there is a bit of a lag. So I normally record one slide at a time. So stop my recording and move on to the next slide, then start the recording again, because that then has a bit of a smoother transition. So now you have your recorded voiceovers on your presentation. You'll check it over. You could check it over within the recording option, or you could just press present and it should play your recordings as well. So once you're happy, you can now think about exporting that, saving it and exporting it. And there's two options, save as show and export to video. You have, there's also save to stream, which is not an option we can use at this stage. So save as show, it saves your presentation as a PPSX file, and you can see the different kind of icon you get with PPSX file. That means it's a non-editable version of the presentation, and it does mean as soon as anyone clicks it, when you've shared it with them, it plays immediately as the presentation with your voiceover. So that's good for sharing on Microsoft. There's a problem with sharing that on Google because Slides is similar to PowerPoint, and there is a good crossover, but this is one of the exceptions to that crossover, where a PowerPoint show will not have that same compatibility on Google. So if you share that PPSX file on Google Classroom, it just won't work. So you might want to think about the other option, export to video. So it saves the presentation as an MP4 video file. So that is good for sharing on Google Classroom, and you can upload it to YouTube. So I'll take you through those two options just now. So the first option is save as show. So that brings up the file options. So I'm just going to stick it in the S3 biology folder. I'm going to save it as the file name as it is. And then I can find that later on. Next option is create a video. So I've got the option of the kind of quality. So 720 is good enough. You will, as standard, want to use recorded timings and duration. So leave it as that. So you click there. Again, I'm going to stick it into my video folder. Again, you can change the file name if you want to, but it'll save it as, and you can see at the bottom, creating video recording, PP presentation.mp4. That will take a little bit of time, and obviously the higher quality video, then the bigger file size it will be. But 720 is good enough for what we are doing at this stage, and that eventually will save, and then you could do with it as you want. So now that you've saved those files, you want to be sharing them with your classes. The PPSX file can be shared on Teams and Show My Homework. You've got it in one of your folders. You can just upload it as you normally would with any other file. I would say the MP4 works better on Google Classroom than the PPSX file, but obviously the MP4 does also work on Teams and Show My Homework. If you do want to, you can also upload onto YouTube. If you make the files unlisted on YouTube, then only someone with the YouTube link can access it. It can't be searched for. I have made my stuff public, maybe just that's me. But this is something you could do, but you definitely do not have to do. You have a YouTube account through Glow, and the YouTube links can be attached on all platforms, just like attaching a link to BBC Bitesize or Scholar. That works just as simply. And I would say that it seems to need less bandwidth to stream a video from YouTube than to download it, say, from Show My Homework or for Teams. So that is one of the reasons why I do it. I think people can access them a bit better. But again, that is totally up to you guys. So the last thing I want to talk about again today was Microsoft Educator Community, which is a fantastic bank of resources and support to help you with this. This is where I learned how to create these PowerPoint videos. You can find this tile on the launchpad of Glow, and that would take you through into the Microsoft Educator Community, which again, you can simply use your Glow login details to access. And that means, say, it's a huge array of resources for you to use, whether it's normal classroom or this current remote learning that we have ongoing. And again, you could get little certificates, little badges as you rack up the different subunits. And again, a good thing for the end of the year, looking at your PRD, you know from this straight away which CPD session you've done. I mean, they start from half an hour to an hour, to big long sessions, and you can actually do learning paths as well with them, which will take you, through a huge amount of different opportunities or options with the resources from Microsoft. And if you're on Twitter, Microsoft Education is a great thing to follow, whether it's the account themselves or the hashtag. There's also Microsoft Education experts all around the world, but huge amount in Scotland as well, which are sharing tips and expertise and some really good options for you to use to steal resources, steal ideas, and all those kind of things. And again, it's definitely another place where I get some ideas from. So worth having a look for. If you have any problems, questions, queries, then obviously give me a shout. Hopefully this has been helpful for you and will help you create these fantastic video lessons for the pupils. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye.